I didn't flinch when the bailiff closed the courtroom door behind us. I'd already accepted that today would be the day everything finally collapsed. Just not in the way my wife expected. She sat across from me, spine straight, chin lifted, like she'd spent the morning practicing her expression in the mirror. Unfit father, that was her line. She'd repeated it so many times her attorney said it with muscle memory. But the room shifted when our daughter tugged on the judge's sleeve and whispered, "Can I show you something Mommy doesn't know?" The judge nodded. She lifted her tablet, pressed play. And when it started, well, that was the moment my revenge finished its work. I remember when I first saw my wife, Lauren, across a crowded bar 8 years ago. She laughed at something I couldn't hear, all teeth and light, and I mistook that brightness for warmth instead of the flare of something volatile. I chased her like a man starved, believed her when she said I grounded her, that she needed my calm to steady her chaos. And for a while, it felt true. But love is a quiet thing. Betrayal, though, betrayal has footsteps. The first sign was small. A shift in the way she came home, too careful, like guilt made her clumsy. Then the late-night messages she shielded with her palms. The sudden need for space. The way she started rewording stories so she was always the victim and I was something just shy of monstrous. I didn't confront her, didn't shout, didn't demand to see her phone like a cornered husband on a talk show. Instead, I watched, listened, collected. The truth revealed itself in layers. A receipt for a hotel 2 towns over. A voicemail from a man whose voice I didn't recognize, calling her dangerous in a tone far too familiar. A half-written text she left open once. "He's clueless. I'll get full custody. Just trust me." That was the moment something in me stilled. She didn't just want freedom. She wanted to take my daughter from me. Rewrite me into a villain so she could walk away clean. My grief hardened into focus. So I planned. The first move was subtle. I installed cameras. Not in her space, not illegally, but in my own home office where she liked to rage privately when she thought no one was listening. I started documenting every interaction with our daughter. Calm, ordered, consistent. Then I did something harder. I waited. Her unraveling was inevitable. Narcissists trip over their own lies. She began slipping, losing control in moments she thought were invisible, screaming at our daughter for leaving crayons on the counter, threatening to make things harder if our 6-year-old dared to say she preferred staying with me. And one night, my daughter walked into my study, eyes swollen, clutching her tablet. "Daddy, can I show you something? I recorded it because Mommy said the judge likes her more." My throat closed, but my voice didn't shake. "Show me." She pressed play. Lauren, screaming, belittling, breaking things, then turning to the camera, venom leaking from every syllable. "I'll win. Judges always believe the mother." I didn't praise my daughter, didn't celebrate. I simply saved the file, backed it up 3 times, and kissed her goodnight. The next morning, I told my attorney everything. He didn't smile, but his exhale was enough. And that brings us back to the courtroom. My daughter stood there, tablet still in her hands, brave in the way only a child who still believes truth matters can be. When the video filled the room, nobody breathed. The audio crackled, Lauren's anger spilling into every corner of the courtroom. My wife's face went white, then red, then something uglier, something cracking through her perfect facade. The judge paused the video halfway. "Mrs. Hale," he said slowly, "would you like to explain this?" She stammered, denied, blamed me, blamed stress, blamed the child. But the judge wasn't looking at her anymore. He was looking at me. Then at my daughter, small, silent, steady. He cleared his throat. "Temporary full custody to the father. Effective immediately. Court will reconvene to reassess the mother's fitness." Lauren's chair screeched back as she stood, but her attorney's hand clamped down on her wrist. Too late. The damage had already spread through her carefully engineered narrative, rotting it from the inside. My revenge wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It was the simple unveiling of truth she'd buried under manipulations and lies. Afterward, outside the courthouse, my daughter wrapped her arms around my waist. "Are we going to be okay, Daddy?" I looked down at her, my reason for every silent, measured step. "Yes," I said, "we already are." Because justice, I've learned, doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it waits. And sometimes it walks into a courtroom, holding a tablet, and presses play.